On this week's Give Voice to Your Vision, we're going to stop the spinning wheel, get real, so it is clarity you feel. Are you feeling called? Are you feeling like it's time to amplify your voice, get your message out there in a bigger way, reach more people, serve more people, create more income and impact in the world today? We are a fire, a light with transformation and evolution and awakening and expansion in the world today. This week's training is all about what to say. I'm going to give you an overview of the what to say system, my 5-step what to say system, because we are gearing up for our 3-day what to say to 100K and beyond live event virtually happening at the end of the month, at the end of next week. We're almost a week away. And I hear from hundreds of people, and all my clients come again and again to figure out what to say. I know I need to get my message out there. I know I need to be more visible, but I don't know what to say. Or we have that very common deer in the headlights moment of, oh no, I had it just before I started this live. I was like, okay, what if it's not exactly what I wanted to say? What if? And I feel that vulnerability of jumping in and showing up to share my message. And we all do. The body knows when it's being observed. Molecules behave differently under observation, and that can stop us in our tracks. So many people that I have the privilege of supporting, uplifting, growing with, hearing from, talking to, who feel called, have this deer in the headlights or this confusion or frustration around, what do I say? How do I figure out what to say? I know I should be going live, but how do I figure out what to say? I know I should be posting on social media, but how do I figure out what to say? I hear those words again and again when I'm talking to people about how do you expand your visibility, increase your credibility, and in a way that grows your profitability. Now, remember, we're here to uplift, to serve, but that profitable business, our revenue, our income is proportional to the impact we can make. When you have consistent enrollment and you have a streamlined system to get visible consistently that leads to consistent enrollment, and then you're starting to cook with gas. You're definitely reaching and serving more people. So I hear again and again, I don't know what to say, or feel frustrated or overwhelmed because I'm putting it out there, but nobody's, one of my clients calls them clarity crickets, right? I'm not getting the response that I want. So I'm gonna give you an overview of my 5-step what to say system. Now, this is something that I run through and I filter through and I work with my high-level clients on again and again. It's something that we need outside eyes and support with sometime. But once you have this down, once you understand these 5 steps, your messaging and your marketing and your visibility is going to shift, and people are going to start to hear you, see you, hire you a little bit more, and you're going to get better and better at understanding what's so confounding for so many of us who have had transformation and want to share transformation. The healers, the coaches, you've done the personal work, you've overcome some obstacles, you've got some healing training, healing techniques and gifts that you want to share. How do we talk about it so that they get it? How do we talk about it so that people want to sign up with us? And that's where I see so many people struggle. That's why I created the 5-step system. It's something I had to learn along the way to the learning the what to say. I also had some pretty serious blocks and fears around being seen and heard to clean up, expand through. And that's one of the things that I love about the What to Say to 100K and Beyond event, because one of the things that's critical, essential, the best accelerator for you to shift that confidence, expand into and through your willingness to be seen and heard and get your message out there and have your energetic presence, your enthusiasm, your you-ness to shine so that the people who are most aligned with you can hear you, see you, and hire you, is to speak it out loud, to be witness, to do this what to say system, to learn this what to say system, and then practice and embody your message. One of the things I said I promised to deliver today was, how do I embody my message? If you have your message at the tip of your tongue and the thoughts flowing right into your brain and through. I call that the choreography of your message. Your mouth knows the words, your brain finds the thoughts, and you give voice to it. That is embodying your message. So we think we need to figure it out and figure out what to say. And I'm going to go through those 5 steps here in just a second. We want to figure it out. And there is a way that you can feel like you're saying the truth, that thing that you're called to share, your heart's desire, and share it in a way you can feel that connected and love what you're saying and sharing, love your visibility, love your marketing. It feels as good as the work that you love to do, and use some tools, strategies, and tactics to say it in a way that people can hear it, to meet your audience where they are. I'm going to go through those 5 steps in just a second, so that if we really want to embody our message, and I hope by now, if you've been watching from the beginning, you do, because it's easy then. It doesn't feel like marketing. It feels like calling and service. And even when I said, I shared just a second ago, I felt a little bit of like contraction before I came in to do this live. I've been doing these lives every week and many, many more for years. And I still felt that little bit of contraction. I was writing a post over on Insta and saying, what is expression? Express means to press out. So there's something that we're pressing through, and it is vulnerable to be visible. But when you can embody your message, so in addition to these 5 steps of the what to say system that's going to tell you how do you get from I want to share this to hey, they're signing up. We want, in order to get to the embodiment of that, we have to do it. And we have to say it out loud, and we have to put it out there, and we have to see what happens, and we have to listen to those clarity crickets and follow up and follow through and do it again. How do we get to Carnegie Hall? We practice, practice, practice. So your visibility is happening and transforming and getting better through implementation. Your confidence, your clarity is getting better through implementation. So in order to embody your message, you have to put it out there. You have to give voice to it, speak it, write it, type it, hit send, say it out loud. And I love for you to say everything out loud, because the sensation and vibration of your voice is as unique as your DNA, as your fingerprint, and it has the power, ability to rewire your own cells and experience. And the sensation and vibration of your voice, your message, your expertise, the way you put it together has a unique is like a tuning fork. It has a unique vibration that will go out and resonate to the people who are called, who are looking for it, who are going to pick it up, who are most aligned for you. So to embody your message, you have to start putting it out there. And I hope that you will put it out there out loud with your voice. And yes, your voice is also written. Read your writing out loud and begin to own and embody, to learn the choreography of your message. When you speak it out loud, you'll learn when to breathe and when to, you won't have to think and figure and calculate and plan as much. You'll be able to open your own channel and let that message flow through. Let the message flow through. And yes, we're always crafting and up-leveling that message. And often we really need outside eyes to help us, especially when you're the master of a transformation. When you're a master of the transformation, it can be very easy to talk about the process and the ooey gooey richness inside before your audience understands what that could do for them, or that that's possible for them. We can get so far on the other side of the transformation that learning how to talk about it in a way that builds a bridge to bring people to us can feel elusive. If you work in healing with people, or you do healing with people, you definitely know that somebody will come to you with something that they want to change or transition, and the change and the transition will happen so cleanly that they almost, or they really can't remember where they were. And so that happens to us with our messaging and sharing our message in the world. We have to learn how to and get better at knowing where our audience is. All right, so I'm going to go through this what to say system. Here's the opportunity that you have. You have an opportunity to do this with me. You have an opportunity to do this with my high level clients who've been doing this for some time and getting really good results. You have an opportunity to do this, implement this, learn this, deep dive with us in our event coming up a week from Friday. We start 3 days, transformational message, reboot, re envision, reawaken, energize, clarify, get your message out into the world. This is an incredibly powerful time for you to accelerate your message in your business through the end of the year. Don't wait till January. And so that's why we're hosting the What to Say event. So I'm going to give you the 5 steps to the What to Say system right now, but you have an opportunity to come do that with me, with my high level clients, with other dedicated expert transformation bringers who are ready to stop holding themselves back and give voice to their vision. So we're going to do it together at this event. I'll post the link for that in just a second. We have comments. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Deidre. Thank you. Embodying your message. So the first step in the 5-step what to say system, what do I say, right, is, what do you want to say? It's very easy for us to skip over that, right, and think, I have to say it right. So you have to start with that heart's calling, that heart's desire. You have to say it out loud. You have to think about what it is, and really own and allow that your message matters. Your voice, your calling, your transformational message is worthy and valid and valuable simply because you have it, because it came to you, and because you want to share it. So getting clear on what do you want to say. I have lots of tools and exercises that we can do quickly for a big shift to help you really hone in and focus right on that. But you got to start with what do you want to say. If we skip over that or forget it or put it in the dustbin because we think it's not good enough and I have to say it some other fancy way in order to get people to get it, we get a disconnect going, and then it starts to feel fake and phony, and we try all the other guru templates and systems and it doesn't ever click, right? There's no tuning fork because we're not showing up. Our voice is not coming into it. Yeah. So what do you want to say? Step 1, what do you want to say? At least admit it to yourself, at least write it down on paper. Hopefully you'll speak it out loud to other people who can be like, oh yeah, that sounds cool, and can help you take these other 5 steps. That's what we're going to do at the event if you come play with us today. I know if you're already here, or if you're watching and you're already signed up for the event, share your takeaways from this training and what are your questions, because we'll be able to co-create and get those questions answered at the event as well. So the second step is, who do you want to say it to? Now, I know we can struggle with, I don't know who my niche is or who I want to be my ideal client. I can help everybody. So this is something I say again and again, and I really want you to hear this. Write this down. You don't have to decide. You really can help and serve everybody. But if your marketing message, the thing you're talking about this month or this year, however you're dividing it up, the thing you're speaking about now is to everybody, nobody will hear it. Think about this. Hear me. When you speak to an elder parent, you speak in a certain way. You have history, you have a life experience with them, you have a relationship with them, you speak to them one way. When you speak to someone in line at the grocery store, you speak differently, right? When you speak to a child, you speak differently than when you speak to your best friend from high school. We speak to people differently, and that is what your marketing and messaging needs to do too. So you don't have to decide who you're going to serve once and for all, forever, for the rest of your life, and never help anybody else. But if you want your marketing message and people to get you, you want to speak to them as if they are one person and know who they are, because that will color how you choose to speak to them. It'll color the words you use. And then they will feel the relationship and the connection. So what I want you to take away from this is you can market to this group and this group and this group, but you're going to speak to them each in a different way. And if you want to accelerate your revenue and your income, and you are willing to pick one group at a time for your marketing message, your visibility marketing, then they will hear you. It takes time, 7 to 12 points of contact for people to see you, hear you, and hire you. Minimum. In today's busy, noisy world, even more. So, step number one is, what do you want to say? Own it, love it, claim it. It's yours. You get to because you want to, is why. Number two, who do you want to say it to? Who is this marketing and messaging going out to right now, today, for the next hopefully solid period of time? So it has time to ring through and that tuning fork can happen so that your people will hear you, see you, hire you. And then the third thing we want to do is we want to know, what are they looking for? What do they seek? Okay, we do some great exercise and guided meditations and deep dive trainings on this in our event so we can start to get clear. This is where the rubber meets the road. And it's also where we feel like we're kind of banging our head against the wall when we're in the transformation space and we're trying to figure out, but where's our client? What do they want? Where do we meet them? Actually, when you sign up for What to Say, you get access to my What Your Inspired Offers Challenge, which has a really great meditation on day 2 on the second video of how to tune in to what they seek. What do they seek? What do they long for? What are they looking for? What solutions are they looking for? Yeah. And that is the spot where people's messaging goes awry, or where we start to feel confused, or we really hear those crickets online. So, what are they looking for? Yeah. And then it is our job, your job, to build that bridge. They aren't in the transformation like you. They don't have all the tools. So we talk about, the NLP and the EFT and all the different techniques and methodologies and modalities that we use. But our clients aren't like, I need a technique. I need a modality. They're like, I want to feel better. And this is where I see so many people struggle to find those words. And it is our job. It's your job to share and show up and shine with a message that meets your clients where they are, and helps them understand the value of where they could be, and then how you could help them get there. Then your marketing and your message is as easy as a conversation. It's just the next natural step to say, would you like to know how I can help you? You want to talk about working together. So it is our job, your job, to build that bridge, to learn how to meet them where they are and have fun and be in service and be uplifting, even through your marketing and your messaging, especially through your marketing and your messaging. More people will see that than will ever hire you. Yeah. So your marketing and your message is a service. It is uplifting. It can be uplifting, of service, in service to. Yeah. And then the last step, I started with it at the beginning. You have to say it out loud. Yeah, we can only spend so much time trying to figure out how to say it right and putting it together and crafting and blah, blah, blah. You got to put it out there. And especially, I would encourage you, whether it's a written post or an email or a book, to read it out loud, to say it out loud, to put your energetic imprint, your vocal sensation, vibration, energetic imprint on it. Hear it, feel the resonance of it. If you do that a few days in a row and then a few weeks in a row, and you start to consistently create and implement visibility and marketing and messaging that feels good to you, and learn and see how it's resonating with your audience in a few days, a few weeks, 90 days, throughout the year, pretty soon you've got it down. And then you really do embody your message, because you know it. You've put it out there. You've gotten real market feedback. What's resonated? How is it connecting and engaging and landing? Who's showing up? And how are they coming to? How's your methodology, your process for having them come to work with you? But if you don't ever put it out there because you're not sure if it's right or if it's going to work, then you'll never find out what does work. Okay. So real quick, this is the What to Say system that we're going to go do a deep dive together over 3 days to help you own and claim your own what to say system. The first step is, what do you want to say? And being witnessed, being seen, hearing other people doing brave work, sharing what they want to say, seeing what other people are creating and putting out in the world fills your tank. It fills the well for inspiration and encouragement. Fill up your heart with bravery by being in community and being uplifted and being seen. Yeah, what do you want to say? Who do you want to say it to? One audience at a time, please, so that they can hear you, right? What are they looking for? What do they seek? What are they searching for? What are they longing for? What challenges do they want to overcome? What results do they want to get? Yeah. And then you build the bridge. You don't just stand over here shouting from the shore, hey, come on, I'm over here, I can help, right? You got to meet them where they are. And we do that together in the event. That's what I do with my high level clients in this Visibility Success Accelerator. And that's the kind of support most of us need in order to be consistent and to start to have a system that works for us and gets the results that we want in terms of consistent visibility. Consistency is huge. The algorithm rewards consistency, and that's how your muscles get stronger. You use them every day. Your visibility is a practice, just like your yoga. Oh, you can't see my yoga mats back there. Just like your meditation or your journaling or your self-care, your methodologies that you're using to heal and transform yourself. It's a practice. How do we get to Carnegie Hall? We practice, practice, practice. It doesn't get done. You never arrive. So you want to fall in love with sharing your message and implement, implement, implement. And then the last step is to say it out loud. That's that implementation. You got to put it out there. So that's the what to say system overview. We're going to do it together in the event. I know some of you are already signed up. We have extended enrollment price that is highly compelling. It is so it's a huge value, so that you can still join us for the What to Say event. If pricing is an issue, I want you to send me a message privately on Facebook is probably the best way to reach me. We will work with you to get you here so that you can get your message out there and make the difference you feel called to make. This event starts on Friday the 29th. We're going all day, and we're doing this deep dive in this really powerful, potent community of other uplifters who are committed to play bigger, to get their message out there and in a way that feels good and also helps you to create the impact that you want. It's called What to Say to 100K and Beyond, because your thriving business, your revenue is like a manifestation of your calling. When people invest with you and take the journey and have those higher level results, that's the transformation. That's where your fulfillment and satisfaction can be expressed. And so the revenue is related to your manifestation and to your calling. And as people invest with you, they get the transformation that you're called to bring through. And in order to have consistent visibility and a growing business, we have to have revenue. So many people, myself included for many years, don't focus on the revenue. And so we end up running and scrabbling and striving every day like a little treadmill. So you want enough revenue so that you can stay focused on your genius, have a little bit of support around the rest of it, some of those business details, and still continue to expand how many people you can reach and serve. If you really feel called, then that thriving business is a really powerful manifestation result of your calling, right? That's how we see it. It's an alignment issue. And that revenue is important because we don't create these businesses. We just want to help. We want to serve. But if you create a business where you don't have that revenue, you're going to end up working all the time and struggling and striving. So what to say to 100K and beyond, believe me, a little bit beyond that is where you start to really get to have some freedom in that lifestyle business that everyone's promising us. And it doesn't have to be hard. It does happen more quickly in community with others committed to expanding, staying the course, playing bigger, and with support, with guidance, not only from the community, but seeing how to where you're not playing as big as you want to be, where your next level expansion is. There's always another expansion. So how you, they say, you make as much money as the 5 people you hang around with most. Well, you have the most ease and success and joy and impact in your business with the people you spend the people you spend the most time with. And you have that lifestyle, the balance, I'm operating at that high vibe level of really sharing what it is I want to do in a way that allows me to focus on the parts I love and have support for the other parts. When you're with people, we don't have most of us don't have a framework, right? Experience of people following their calling and making huge contribution and having the thriving business and the lifestyle they want through their calling. We've been told that it can happen, but the step by step, the nitty gritty, the day to day of it happens much more quickly when you're in these containers of other people that get it and are committed to their own expansion, right? I call it mastering your expansion mindset. So I'd love for you to come play with us. If you have any questions about that, I'm going to check the comments. We're on YouTube on the business page and here in the Facebook group. If you're in the Power Up Your Presence Facebook group right now, you have an opportunity to win one time with me if you're signed up for the event. Once you get signed up for What to Say to 100K, you're going to get instant access to the Inspired Offers training, and you're going to get the 21-day What to Say inbox training jumpstart. So you're going to start to get an email with more trainings and mini exercises that you can do on these 5 steps before the event, so that when we come together, you're really ready to accelerate. And we're also including the event recordings. If you feel like you can't make the whole 3 days, you're going to get access to the recordings. But here's the thing. Once you come into this container and feel the transformation and excitement and expansion and the fun that we're having, you're really going to want to stay. And I encourage you to stay so you can get the most value. But if there's other stuff going on and you can't, you will also have those replays. All right, my friends, it is my pleasure to serve and to share. I have had the journey of overcoming vulnerability around being highly visible. And one of the things that I love to do to invoke blessing and courage is to share my voice in song. So if you feel called, if you have tried a lot of things and have a lot of programs and you're still not getting the traction in your business, if you've invested lots of money and it hasn't worked, this event is going to help you start to pull all those great, beautiful, sacred resources together and put them into your voice and vision, and start to see how you can put them out there in the world to increase your results and your revenue. Nothing's wasted. So I download messaging and I download songs, and this song is coming through. It's nagging at me right here. So I'm going to share it with you to close today, because my story is around, I was called to sing and I could not. My body would betray me. It was all I wanted to do. And I was overcome with fear, perfectionism, uncertainty, and I could not do it. My journey 30 some odd years ago was around that, and has led me to where I am here today, to know how do you clear those blocks and fears and put your messaging out in the world. And this song came to me about 5 years ago when I was just really like, I want to have this business go. I really want to reach more people. And I was so frustrated. I was right at that hard spot of like, I feel like I'm doing everything they said, but it's not working. And this song came to me in a moment of great vulnerability. It goes, God, hear me. Help me raise my voice. Help me make a choice to share the gift I bring. God, hear me. Help me take a stand. Walk with me hand in hand, and I will sing. Help me be a champion for the silent. Help me heal the fears that keep me small. God, hear me and fill my words with power. And any dark hour I will sing. You have a message. Your message is your song, your business is an extension of that. And I love to help you sing it. So come play with me.